Yeah. Way up.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here with me.
Good morning.
And we have a really amazing special guest co-host today. Roland Martin is
What's
here.
happening?
And he's
going
going to
on?
be unfiltered today.
As every day.
As every day.
Uh-oh.
But yes, thank you so much for joining us. Today is Thursday, which, by the way, is Jasmine's favorite day of the week.
This is my favorite day
Why?
of the week. Because it's like Friday Eve. I feel like it's the last day you really work really hard. And it gives
Roland's
me...
like, I work hard every day.
Right, I'm trying to figure out, like, really?
I
I missed that memo.
Listen, I rest sometimes. I know you work hard every day. I rest sometimes. And I feel like Thursday just feels like, Friday's coming. It just feels good to me.
Okay, all right.
But do you have a favorite day, Roland?
Payday.
Okay. Well, I mean,
That varies.
Yeah, that varies. You're an entrepreneur, so payday may be different for you.
Precisely, but that's still my favorite day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm so glad you're here, though, because we have a lot of things that we're going to get into this morning. In addition to that, Kountry Wayne is going to be joining us. He has a new book out right now. Help is on the way. So shout out to him. He also is doing a Netflix special.
Yes.
So shout out to Kountry Wayne. He's like what did he put in my book? My spiritual brother.
Okay. He's super funny.
Well, I love also what he's doing in terms of charting his own path and how he's leveraged his audience. So love how he's doing it.
Yes, he doesn't curse either.
Which is rare in terms of like comedy.
In his music and his comedy.
Oh, hell, I do. I'm just letting you know. I mean, cussing, lowers blood pressure.
Okay. That's
is that a fact?
Oh, absolutely. You cuss folk out. You ain't carrying stuff around. I'm like 100 over 60. I'm good.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen him in action too.
Yeah,
I feel like I
cuss
have
now.
either.
I cuss.
He keeps that same energy in person that he does.
I don't drink. I don't smoke, but I will cuss you the hell out.
You let
dance.
loose. You let loose on Twitter too. You let loose on Twitter.
Sometimes, but not. I cuss a little on Twitter.
No, not in terms of profanity, but
gotcha.
you let loose on Twitter.
On Elon Musk's Twitter.
My man Chris Paul, the comedian Chris says, I'm a Twitter sniper.
Yeah, you like to.
You come at me, I'm gonna hit you back with a bazooka.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get into all of that. But, of course, let's start it off with some positivity. Shine a light. If there's anybody that you want to shine a light on and spread some love, maybe somebody did something amazing to you or shouted you out. This morning, we saw a sanitation worker who was like, shout out all the sanitation workers. So, thank you guys for listening. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up and shine a light on them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
I love that both my co-hosts are dancing today.
Not as hard as Roland.
Oh, I'm a dance.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Good
Roland
morning.
Martin is here.
What's happening? I send people that on their birthdays.
Oh, you just shine a light on them?
I do a video, like I'll play it, and I'll be like a dance, and I'll send it on their birthday.
He's just like us.
Yeah,
guys.
you are.
But shout out to Roland Martin. This is where we shine a light on people who are doing something positive. Of course, we do want to shine a light on you. I always tell people, because I know a lot of people who are like, I don't really watch the news and I don't do this. I'm like, you should watch Roland Martin, because he really breaks things down in a way that is passionate, but you also can understand it. When I don't understand something, I'm like, let me go see what Roland Martin is saying about the current events.
He breaks it down for us, for sure.
And he is definitely unfiltered. Hashtag unfiltered. But Roland Martin, who do you want to shine a light on today?
My homegirl, Dr. Hadiah Nicole Greene.
Okay.
She's a medical physicist, extremely brilliant. She actually came up with this way to cure cancer with nanoparticles. I know what the hell she was talking about. But when my TV One show, out of all the segments I ever did, it was the most viewed ever on Facebook, like 15 million views or whatever. And so she has the Aura Lee Cancer Research Foundation, and she's been trying to raise about $30 million. I think my show was her first ever interview, and so she's been doing amazing work. She's out of Atlanta, and just really phenomenal sister. As a speaking all over the place, but she's.
What's the website?
It's Aura Lee. Let's see. Yeah, oralee.org.
Okay.
ORALE.org. It's the Aura Lee Smith Cancer Research Foundation. Just a brilliant
Black
sister.
woman, too.
Yep, brilliant sister.
I like
Delta.
that. And Every single person in this, I feel like everybody is affected by cancer in some way, whether it's you personally or somebody you know, family member, friends. Like we all know somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
And she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to go to drug manufacturers until she's developing, raising the money for the research herself.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Angela,
Cool.
you got to have her up here.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
Yep.
All right. Well, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Mario, who do you want to shine a light on?
Hey, good morning, Yee and crew. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I wanted to take a minute to shine a light on my grandmother, Cynthia Carpenter, who we just laid to rest Saturday.
Okay. Rest in peace, Cynthia Carpenter.
Thank you. She shined a light on all of us, always.
Oh.
She was a very strong woman. She was a very tough woman. And if you look in the dictionary next to tough love, you go see her picture.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we need that tough love.
Yeah, that was gangster granny, but for real, she's really shining her light on all of us now. So, you know, it was kind of bittersweet this morning on my way in. I heard Beyonce's Halo on the radio. That was her. You know what I mean? So,
Okay. What's one of your favorite
thank y'all for
memories?
letting us to do that too.
What's one of your favorite memories?
Oh man, walking off the stage in high school into her arms because she raised me as well. So,
Oh, that's so nice.
That is sweet.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling us. We appreciate you. That was really sweet.
Thank you for sharing.
Hey, your listeners, we all appreciate you for letting us have these moments. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all truly are the best in the business.
That's
Thank you.
sweet.
It means a lot to me. So I appreciate you for calling in and even doing this.
Right.
And sharing.
All right, y'all have a great day.
You too. That was Shine a Light on Them, brought to you by Born in Aroma by Valentino, available at Macy's. And when we come back, we have Yee. We'll be talking about Jamie Foxx. It's a Jasmine brand exclusive. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Happy Friday Eve, Angela and Roland.
Okay, and Roland Martin is here
What
also. Thank you for joining us as our special guest co-host.
Glad to be here.
And let's talk about Yee. Jamie Foxx, according to the Jasmine brand, it's an exclusive, has finally spoken out, and that was on social media, not really speaking. But apparently he wanted to thank Nick Cannon for taking over his duties on Beat Shazam.
Right.
And that he appreciates all of the love that people have been giving him right now. But there are other reports that are saying that it's not as cut and dry as that.
Right.
Some people feel like he didn't really write that post himself. They said that his team is allegedly flying in a neurologist to assess his condition as he is battling a metal complication. The Jasmine brand has exclusively gotten some new details surrounding that, and we're not sure. It hasn't been said why he's been hospitalized for certain yet, but people have all different kinds of speculation.
Yeah, lots of speculation of what's going on. Like you were just saying, Angela, there was a statement released from his Instagram account. We don't know if it was from Jamie or if someone close in his camp, just kind of giving us an update. We still don't really know what's going on, but our sources are saying that they're running a tight ship in terms of like letting information out. They're flying people in. This is not the first person that they've flown in to take a look at him and see what's going on. So we are just keeping Jamie in our prayers, and you know, always when there's not a lot of details, it's a reason for concern.
As somebody who's been a journalist for 30 years,
Right.
Clearly this is a major health issue.
Yes.
I have never seen a celebrity story that has been on lockdown this long.
Yeah, they're not playing.
I've never seen it. And when you hear phrases like, oh, he's awake and alert, well, that's not necessarily like a major thing. And so clearly he had a significant health crisis and still has one.
Yes.
The fact that you have not seen, there's been no video, there's been no audio, there's been no photo, no information, no news conference, no nothing.
Yeah.
His daughter is not going to be on the show as well because she's staying by his side.
Right.
So clearly this is still this is a major health issue.
And his daughter, Corinne Foxx, she first announced this on April 12th. He was in the hospital. She didn't provide much information. She just said he's already on his way to recovery when she first reported it. What's today's date? It's May 4th now.
Yeah.
So there's a top neurologist that's at the hospital right now that they flew in to Atlanta.
And people just understand that the health stuff is real. We don't know if it was a stroke or whatever, but remember, John Singleton Okay, came back from a trip, went to the hospital, suffered a second stroke, passed away from that.
Yeah.
And John was 51.
And he's 55, Jamie Foxx.
You know, folks just have to understand that when we it could be 45, 48, or whatever, things could go awry very quickly.
Yeah, life is super fragile.
All right,
Absolutely.
well,
Our
we're
health
praying
is
for
super
him.
fragile.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
All right, and Designer has shared an update. You know, he's in a mental health facility, and that was all after he was taking a flight, and apparently, according to reports, he exposed himself. He's facing indecent exposure charges after allegedly masturbating on the plane, revealing himself to multiple people.
That's probably going to get you charges.
But he said that the reason why this occurred, you know, he's on medication. He does have mental health issues. He did check himself into a hospital. So he posted, I turned 26 today. I want to thank you all for holding me down. I admitted myself into a facility last week to focus on my mental health. But before that, I had planned to release Timmy Turner 2 this week as a surprise to my fans. I recorded this joint a while ago, and it reflects on where I've been mentally over the past year. As my birthday gift to y'all, I asked my team to put the song out this Friday. Sorry, I can't promote it the way I like to because I'm off the grid, but I just want to give you some new music while I take time away to become a better me. He said he's going through a tough time right now, but I won't let my struggles define who I am.
I didn't know he was only 26. And not that he asked me. I feel like he should have waited till he was 100% better and then released this music.
This is called trying to switch the story. Okay. I'm sorry. I get the mental part, but you're on a plane.
Yeah.
And you decide to, let's get your personal freak on. Where were the air marshals then?
I mean, I think they did, you know.
They tried to.
They did. They brought him to the back of the plane when this happened. His team was like, but I do feel like we've never heard of Designer doing something like this before, and he has been having medication and doing things. I don't know what that's
like. I ain't heard of
like.
folk doing something like this.
You know, yeah, I don't know what that's like.
And I fly first class all the time.
Well, that
I know that's right.
is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. We're going to talk about the event that Jasmine and I were at in Orlando with the good Bishop T.D. Jakes, Good Soil.
Hallelujah.
Helping launch that.
Y'all were
And-
farming?
No.
I'm
But planting seeds. But Roland Martin's name was brought up, and we'll tell you
Yes.
why. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, and Roland Martin is
Howdy.
here. Yes. And we are talking about last night. Now, Jasmine and I were in Orlando.
Yes.
And we were there for Bishop T.D. Jakes' Good Soil Conference. And so it was about entrepreneurship. It was about black-owned
And
businesses.
get my invite, Bishop. Just saying.
I was moderating a panel. So shout out to everybody that was on the panel with me, Maya Hicks, and she actually represents for Target.
Yes.
And she was responsible for the Tabitha Brown collaboration at Target.
Cool.
Amongst other things. And Martin let me say his name right, Ekachukwu. Yes,
Okay.
Martin Ekachukwu. And so Martin Ekachukwu actually is partners with Hill Harper with A-Frame Brand.
Alpha brother.
Yeah. Oh, you know him, of course.
Yeah, of course. All alphas know each other.
And when I tell you the panel was amazing, it was very informative. I learned a lot just about partnerships and corporate partnerships, which is right up your alley.
You got that
Roland.
right. I'm about getting paid.
And helping
with-
other people get paid too.
Show enough, absolutely. With our marketplace segment, we feature black-owned businesses every single Tuesday on Roland Martin Unfiltered, and so because at the end of the day, you can't build it yourself,
Right.
So you got to be able to align with others.
And what I love is that we actually there was a marketplace there on the second floor, and we met some people who were like, oh my God, they didn't even know you were coming to the show today.
Right.
They were like, Roland Martin, when we did his show, I guess I must have met them too at John Hope Bryant's event in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
In Good Conscience.
Global Hope Forum.
Yes. In Good Conscience, it's called The Body Wash with Skin in the Game. And they were like, we went on Roland Martin's show, and we ended up having sales skyrocket.
Is that called the Roland effect?
No, it's the row effect.
The
Row
The
effect.
row effect.
Okay. Okay.
But I appreciate things like that because, and I always tell people this too, right? When you want to support a brand or support people, it's not always necessarily just about financially supporting, but even things like giving them a platform where you can help them get more exposure, get their brand more exposure.
That's why we
things
created
like
it.
that matter a lot.
That's why we created it.
And that's what you're doing right now, Angela, by talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and their products are great. There's a peppermint one that both Jasmine, so we actually bought some things too.
We
No,
did.
look, I've used them. So like straight up last week, because when you showed me the picture, I went, Hell, that's in my shower right now.
So you shower once a week?
3 different ones. Well, you ain't got to shower every day. I'm just saying. I was home last week.
Okay.
I was in L.A. for 5 days, so
okay.
I didn't bring it with me on the road because I did my shower last week.
Okay.
Like I showered last night. Oh my God!
Right.
About last night.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to cut somebody up in here. Try to make it sound like a brother shower once a week.
It was sound a little weird.
it sounds like you go golfing and don't shower.
Well, I was traveling. I was on the road.
Okay.
So you still shower though, right? I just
Yes,
want to be
I
clear.
did. Their products are in my shower.
Got it.
They
Roland
don't
Martin
have
unshowered.
travel sizes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Well, the hell, they didn't send it to me on the show.
Okay.
They sent me the big ass bottle.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And
Can't get that through TSA.
thank you to Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's what they said too, because that's how you solve a problem, right? A lot of their products you can't get through TSA if you're not checking your bag, and we weren't. So they have sample size wash bags,
See,
and
I
we
ain't
got
get
one of those.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
They wanted to give you the big one for,
Yes.
Yes.
Jasmine.
All
Now,
right.
when we come back, we want to talk about this, right? Because, there have been conversations. Emilio Estevez was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and he talks about the time that Lawrence Fishburne saved his life. Listen to this.
Is it true that Lawrence Fishburne saved your life?
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us about it. How'd it happen?
Well, it was that we only known each other a couple of days, and this was in the Philippines, and he says, hey, there's this little boat, let's go out on it. I said, sure. We were both 14, and so we were out on this boat together, and we started getting too close to the shore, and I said, well, let me jump out. I'll push us offshore. I jumped out, and it was like quicksand mud, and I was just sinking like that, and I just saw Fishburne just looking at me going, grab my hand. He pulled me back up onto the boat, and we were bonded ever since.
Ooh,
Wow.
once you fall below that quicksand, it's over.
Sheesh.
But we do want to talk about if you've ever had an experience where you almost died, a near-death experience. 800-292-5150 is a number. I believe there's some near-death experiences in the room.
Yeah. I almost drowned.
All right, we'll talk about it in a second.
All right. Yeah, that was like...
800-292-5150. Let us know about your near-death experiences.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Roland Martin is here. And we were talking about near-death experiences. That's after Emilio Estevez was on with Jennifer Hudson and talked about Lawrence Fishburne saving his life. Have you guys almost had, and he almost drowned in some quicksand.
Ooh, that's
All
scary.
right. Now, have you ever had a near-death experience?
Almost
Roland Martin
drowned.
is our co-host today.
I almost drowned. We were in Belleville, Texas, at my great uncle's farm there. And it had rained big time, and so me and my brother and a couple of cousins, we were walking, and all of a sudden, I didn't realize that was a ditch, and I went straight down. I can still see myself bobbing up and down, in terms of going under the water, and then coming above, seeing the sky, and then somebody just reaching in and grabbing me, and they were actually walking ahead.
So they wouldn't turn around.
Yeah. And so
And you cannot swim, right? You cannot swim.
I'll mess with water. I'll
Okay.
mess with water.
That's his way of saying he can't swim. He won't say I
No,
can't swim.
damn
but
that.
what he
After
says
that,
is, I
I'm
don't mess with
good.
water.
I'm a land-based brother.
Okay.
I stay on land.
I'm not what is it, amphibian?
Nah, amphibious. Nah. People say, scuba diving, hell no. When I see the fish walking on the golf course, then I go into the damn water. They got their stuff, I got my stuff.
I can't swim either.
That's
And
something I think that this summer we should both.
Yeah,
I need
I
to freshen up
can
on.
partially swim. I can do what I need to do, but I ain't trying to.
See, that's me. I can wade in water and like doggy paddle and float, but I'm not like proficient.
an expert
Nah,
swimmer.
we
And
ain't-
you have
we
a
ain't trying
daughter.
to do
We know
all
you want her to be able
Yeah,
to, and she can swim.
And I'll take my daughter to swimming lessons, and she's a baby, but I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna put her back in because it's an important life skill.
yeah, as we can see.
Long
you
as
never
you-
know when you'll fall in a ditch.
Yeah.
Just go. Don't go into the damn water.
All right, well, we'd love to hear your stories. 800-292-5150. Hey, Akeem, how you doing?
How you doing?
You want to share your near-death experience with us?
Yes, I do. This has to be 25 plus years ago. I was at City College with a friend of mine for that P. Diddy Heavy D tournament, celebrity basketball game, where I think about 20, 30 people died.
Wow.
Against the doors. And my boy Juan literally pulled me through the door. He pulled the door open, pulled me through it, and I was the last person that we saw come through the door.
Oh, my
I was
gosh.
alive. After that, everybody else was deceased.
That was back in 1991.
Yeah, 9 died.
Yeah, 9 people died.
That was a long time ago. My boy, I thank my boy to this day. That's one of my best friends. I'm like, yo, you saved me, bro. For real, for real.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That is so scary. You just go into a charity basketball game.
Right.
For real.
All right, Akima, we're glad that you are alive and well.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love to see you.
Hey, Darrell, how you feeling?
What's going on?
What's going on? We want to hear about your near-death experience.
So when I was about 13 years old, I went to the carnival and I got on this roller coaster. And I guess I was too small for the roller coaster.
Ooh.
So when up and went around, my stomach was literally on the bar and I'm hanging off the roller coaster.
Oh my gosh,
Whoa.
that's so scary.
Where was that?
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Ooh, so do they have to stop the ride and bring it down right away, or did people notice?
The crazy part about it, I was in the seat by myself. I was in the front seat. Nobody noticed this, but so when I got to this day, I haven't been back on a roller coaster since.
I don't blame
He
you.
still got trauma from that. Yeah, I wouldn't go either.
You were holding on like a mechanical bull.
Listen, and then my dad was down at the bottom. I'm like, bruh, it was almost so you don't even.
Oh.
And you haven't got on a roller coaster since.
Since he was 13.
I still won't get on one. You couldn't pick me to get on one.
I don't blame
I
you.
understand.
Listen,
I understand.
that is really scary.
We're glad you hung
13
on.
years old, and nobody even noticed. It's
Yeah.
not like they was like, yo, bring it down. They just still enjoying themselves.
And then it was one of those roller coasters that go in a full circle. So every time it come down, I got a little release, and then it'll go back up. And I'm hanging again.
I bet your favorite song is "Hold It On" by Jeffrey Osborne and LTD.
Oh, Darrell, we are so glad you made it. It made me not want to go to Six Flags. But I am.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing, Ye?
All right, well, first of all, thank God you're alive. What's your name?
My name is Darren, calling from Providence.
All right,
Hey,
Darren. I'm here. Roland Martin's here. Jasmine Brand is here. And what is your near-death experience?
All right, one time, me and my brother, we go to the club. After the club, we get followed.
Damn.
We pull up to the house. I open my door. He was right there at the door pointing a gun at me. He had a ski mask on, a hat. Told him, stop playing. He just shoots me in my chest with a 45, close range. Takes off running.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe that.
My brother rushed me to the hospital. I just held my chest. My brother rushed me to the hospital, and that was it. All she wrote.
Thank God you're here.
So you saw him following you, or you knew that after the fact?
No, I found out after the fact.
Okay.
He followed us the whole night. He was looking for someone else. He thought I was someone else, apparently.
Well, thank God you're alive.
Thank
That
you
is
for
so
sharing.
scary.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Darren. Woo. Hey, Tony, how you feeling?
Fine, thanks yourself.
I'm good, thank you. We alive, Tony.
Oh my.
What's your near-death experience?
Oh, my.
Yes, as a child, I followed my dad out into the back field, walked out on the farm, but my dad told me to make sure I do not go out on the farm because the ice was too thin, but me being a stubborn kid didn't listen.
Oh,
I walked out on the ice. My brother-in-law at the time was in the kitchen of the house observing me. And I walked out on the ice, and I seen it cracking, and I went to walk back, and I remember water coming up to my knees, and then I don't remember anything else.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm laying on the bottom of the pond, and all I see is darkness. I thought I was gone,
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I seen what looked like an arm wave in front of me. So I raised my arm out. My brother-in-law grabbed me and pulled me out, but I don't remember coming out of the pond or anything.
Oh,
I
my
bet
gosh.
I bet you listened to instructions since then, huh?
Well, I don't know.
That is really scary. Well, thank you for sharing with us.
We're
And
glad
thank
you made
God
it.
you're alive.
Indeed.
Thank God for your brother-in-law.
That was just one of many.
Well, you are here for a reason, sir. So
God
make
loves
sure you
you.
are, putting all that energy back into
Stop
the.
being hard-headed.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, that's why they say every day that we alive is a blessing.
Every day, every hour, every minute, every second.
All right.
I'm still alive.
Gotta celebrate.
I'm still alive.
Yes.
I'm still
Still
alive.
alive, baby.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Celebrate that to
still
everybody
alive.
that called in today
I'm
with
still
their near-death
alive.
experiences. To Roland Martin, who doesn't know how to swim, but he is still alive, baby.
Still alive.
Hey.
This is A.B. Danku, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when we come back, all right, we're going to talk about this writer's strike. Some different shows are planning to keep going, and we'll tell you how they plan to do that, and we'll give you some more information about the strike. It's way up at the it's Yee Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to him.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Roland Martin, Unfiltered, is here. Woohoo! And we are doing Yee Tea. Let's talk about this writer's strike for a minute. Now, the writers, we've been discussing this since before they went on strike when we knew it was coming.
Right.
And specifically what they want is gains in compensation and residuals. And they also want to make sure that groups of writers are getting work and they have to be on set. They also want to make sure that there's some type of rules about AI, artificial intelligence, that is coming, right? And so they want to make sure that we get ahead of that and establish some type of policy about that. As far as studios, networks, and streamers, they just want to make sure that they're making all the money that they can make.
Right.
They don't want to have to be forced to hire writers, certain amounts of writers for certain periods of time. They also say that streaming is still an emerging business and studios and networks don't exactly know what profit margins will look like. A lot of them have been pretty successful, though, so far.
All true. All true.
I didn't realize that there's actually a deadline for May 1st. I didn't know when the deadline was. I thought they were just going to keep going until they
No,
they
so they announced it hit at midnight. On May 1st.
Okay.
And what happened was all of these, because I was at the George Lopez golf tournament, and so there were writers who were playing. And so everyone was like rushing to get all these scripts done because the writers wanted to get paid. And the studios needed the scripts to be in because of the writer's strike.
Right.
Now we made the point about streaming. The game has totally changed. Remember, network television used to do like 22 episodes, and the gold standard was to get 100 episodes. Well, the problem now is these streamers like Netflix are doing 8 episodes.
Right.
So, and then just 1 or 2 seasons.
Yes.
And so
limited series.
There you go. And then now you look at Warner Discovery where you can have a show and they'll go, we're going to kill that show or that movie for tax purposes to save money. And you're like, I can't get paid from that.
Right.
So again, these are folks who, this is how they eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And listen, as far as money, the Guild wants to see pay and benefits increase by $429 million over 3 years, but studios only offered $86 million. So that's a huge difference in what they're offering. And TV, they want to, the Guild wants to get more writers on set, and the studios are calling that mandatory staffing, but the Guild is calling that preserving the writer's room. So they just really are not seeing eye to eye in any way. Of course, the late night talk shows are the first ones that are being hit, and Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers intend to pay staffers of tonight and late night shows 3 weeks of wages.
Okay.
While the programs are sidelined because of the writers' strike, NBC plans to pay 2 weeks of salary.
I don't understand why they're sidelined. I mean, okay, first of all, I get it, but you can still do interviews with celebrities without the writers. I don't understand that.
I think they also want you to stand with the writers, though. That's probably part of it, right? Because some of these late night hosts are on the picket lines, and they want to make sure that they're supporting their writers by also going dark for them.
These late night hosts.
Because imagine you work for one of these hosts and you're trying to get more money and you're trying to get all these things that you feel as a writer that you deserve to get.
Right.
And then we're just going to continue to show without you.
I would feel away.
Yeah.
And you know these hosts are making.
Roland's like, well.
But Roland.
I could do it.
Roland's like, I'm available.
No, I'm just saying.
But Roland, you know how it feels to not be paid fairly.
Oh, absolutely. No, I understand that.
Right.
I'm just, but you can still have a writer's strike, and you can still be negotiating for a better deal. I just don't understand how just the shows say, just no shows, because to me that also is all right. You the host. Do more damn work.
Well, maybe that shows you how much the writers are impacting what we see on television in terms of this show, the late night shows.
You come back to work and you're like, damn, y'all just went without us. And that also kind of hurts the negotiations for them if we're going to just continue business as usual.
Look, I had somebody tell me on my show, they were like, without us, there'd be no show. I was like, let me be real clear. There will be a show.
Well, you're a different type of beast.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, I'm like, let y'all know. It's going to be a show tomorrow.
All right, well, that was your Yee Tea. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily headline news. They are flying under the radar, and we want to discuss. But, of course, there are some major things happening that we still have to discuss. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
The news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we have a special guest host, Roland Martin, joining us. And
hey! Hey!
And Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning.
The conversations,
I'm my own brand.
the conversations behind the scenes are amazing as well.
Very entertaining.
I'm my own brand.
And we are doing Under the Radar. These are stories that are maybe not necessarily headline news, but we feel like they're definitely worth talking about.
Okay.
Now, this one is a headline news story, but we cannot not talk about this 8-hour manhunt that was in Atlanta. The suspect, Dion Patterson, 24 years old, is facing 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault. He is going to be making his first court appearance today, and he fatally shot a woman and injured 4 others in a medical waiting room in Atlanta. All right, he was seeking treatment around noon yesterday at the Northside Medical Midtown facility. He was dissatisfied with the care that he was getting from the Department of Veterans Affairs, and his mother is saying that the doctors would not give him the anti-anxiety drug that he was taking.
I wonder, though, how did he get the gun?
Well, he's in Georgia.
I got it, but and then this is one of the issues with red flag laws and things along those lines.
Right.
And so many Republicans around the country are passing laws, literally allowing people to have guns without even requiring permits.
Right.
And it's just got me. It has literally gotten so crazy in this country. With so many folks carrying guns, and they was literally resorting to violence to solve a problem. The guy in Texas. Hey, can you stop shooting your gun because the baby's sleeping? Okay, I'm going to kill 5 family members.
Right.
I mean, it's just beyond sad. And the woman who died, she worked for the Centers for Disease Control.
Yes, she worked for the CDC. Really tragic. Our hearts go out to everybody that's been affected by this in Atlanta. That was crazy when it was happening. So we were in
Orlando.
We were in Orlando when this was happening.
And folks, I was texting them, and they were literally at home. They were like, yo, I'm not leaving.
They're not going outside.
And there's people who actually live near there. They said, no, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I was texting people, too, just to check. Because you just don't know, like, who this affects.
Yep.
All right, now let's talk about this breaking news that just happened. Roland Martin, you saw it first.
4 Proud Boys. Y'all going to jail. See, you keep following that thug in chief, you are going to go to prison. And so 4 Proud Boys got convicted of seditious conspiracy, the gravest charge. They gonna get some serious jail time for that white domestic terror attack that took place on January 6, 2021.
Yeah, they're facing a range of charges. Those charges include 3 separate conspiracy charges, obstructing the Electoral College vote, and tampering with evidence. They did use messages. They used videos that were posted by the defendants and other members of the group. And that was all during the trial. Prosecutors laid out the whole case that the Proud Boys that were enraged and animated by Donald Trump.
That racist group.
And his election lies after the 2020 defeat. They started calling for violence and revolution against Joe Biden and the incoming Joe Biden presidency.
Say hello to Jamal.
All right, so there you go. 4 Proud Boys members have been found guilty.
They gonna see some bros who voted for Biden.
And speaking of Donald Trump,
right?
Is he really running for president? Has he?
Oh, he's running.
How
He's trying to run away from the law
to do this right now.
You could still run because he was, remember, he was impeached in the House, but he wasn't convicted in the Senate, so therefore he can still run for president.
I mean, I would think even this, these Proud Boys being found guilty of seditious conspiracy, and the jury knows it was Donald Trump that really got people motivated, and he was a catalyst.
But the Republicans in the Senate did not convict him. That was the problem.
Well, I think just off of facing a rape trial, you should not be able to run.
Well, yes, and so right now this rape trial is going on currently. All right, and this is with E. Jean Carroll, and she has. She's testifying that there's been a mental toll that she suffered as a result of the alleged rape. You know, she hasn't had intimate contact since this happened, she says.
But it's a civil trial. It's not criminal.
Yeah, so
it's
we
not criminal.
We got to make sure we keep our eye on that.
That's Trump calling right now saying,
I didn't do it.
Talking about me.
Yeah. Now that's actually our food that we ordered.
Well, he's
we gotta eat.
Trust me, between the civil rape trial, and I can't wait for Fannie Willis to drop the bomb on them in Fulton County with trying to overturn the ballots there. And so
it's a lot going on.
Yeah, he has lots of drama.
Like you got to clear all this up before you can even run. That's what I would.
He's not going to.
His deposition, you know, there's excerpts from that. He said he didn't know whether he saw women outside of his first marriage, even though it's well documented.
Now, we know he was. Come on.
He also says he almost never went to Bergdorf Goodman. That's the store where she alleges this happens, even though the store manager said he was frequently there, and he said he never saw E. Jean Carroll's book, even though he's made numerous public comments about it.
That boy will lie about a lie.
Okay, so there you have it. That is your Under the Radar. When we come back, we do have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour. You know y'all going to be in here dancing. Also, Country Wayne is going to be joining us. We cannot wait to talk to him. It's Mastery of Comedy every Thursday. We do that. Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
Oh, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Roland Martin is guest hosting today.
Hey.
A lot of energy.
I'm mad with Jasmine right now.
Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And, okay, go ahead. Just tell us why.
So we were talking about Vegas shows, and I mentioned Lionel Richie.
Right.
And we were talking about different songs, and Jasmine then said,
sometimes I confuse Lionel Richie with Billy Ocean.
What?
You're my Caribbean queen.
Yo!
Yeah, I do sometimes.
How?
And Roland is so disturbed.
He got up and walked to the door.
He is so disturbed by it.
I literally just made a video and sent it to Lionel.
Oh, Jasmine.
I didn't show Jasmine.
Yeah.
I said, Fred, I can't. Fred, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Like I had.
There's one song I thought this whole time it was Lionel Richie, and it was actually Billy Ocean.
Get out of my dreams. Get into my car. Beep, beep.
So, y'all, I even said that if Lionel he does a concert, he doesn't do Zoom, let people get upset. Jasmine goes, what's Zoom? She thought Angela thought it was like the Zoom.
No, that was not me. That was Nick, who runs our board.
So Nick thought it was
the website.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know the name of that song.
Okay.
I thought it was called Easy Like Sunday Morning.
No, that's another song.
I'm going to need everybody listening
I thought it was Brick
to
House.
send prayers. I want y'all to reach your right hand to your stereo or your radio or your phone. And offer some prayers.
We're praying for you, Jasmine. But speaking of the Jasmine brand, they have another exclusive. Queen's Court has been renewed for a second season.
Right.
That first season, Tamar Braxton got engaged off of Queen's Court. Evelyn Lozada got engaged off of Queen's Court. Nivea is still looking.
What's Queen's Court?
It's a dating show.
See right there.
So it's on Peacock. It's a dating reality series. But they got some men. They got their husbands.
Yeah, they did. And it's produced by Will Packer.
They ain't gonna.
He's alpha, right?
I know he frat.
Okay.
I know he frat, but I'm just saying.
Let me tell Will Packer you said was Queen's Court.
I know what Queen's. First of all, I know what Queen's Court is. But still, I don't watch any of those shows.
Well, by the way, okay, Will Packer posted, Will Packer presents celebrity dating show. We're looking for a few good men. So it's a casting alert for any guys listening. If you're a good man and you want to be on this dating show, I feel like it's got to be for Queen's Court season 2, but I don't know for sure.
Right.
But with that announcement and then this, I feel like that's what it's
They
gotta
get paid to be on it?
I'm sure.
I'm just checking.
And there's and you don't need writers, right?
Don't need writers. Just don't play Zoom.
All right, and
I don't forget nothing, Jasmine.
And let's discuss the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They have revealed the class of 2023 who is going to be inducted. Some of the people that we might know: Missy Elliott,
right?
George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, The Spinners, Sheryl Crow, Kate Bush, DJ Kool Herc, also Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
And Don Cornelius is getting inducted. Now, Missy Elliott also made a post, and she basically has made music history because she is the first female rapper inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
awesome.
So congratulations to her.
I love the Spinners selection. You know, out of all of the male groups, I think they probably the most underappreciated. Now, somebody probably listening like, who the hell are the Spinners?
Tell us some songs by the Spinners.
I am somebody. Yeah, tell us some
Let me
songs
see
by
if
the
I
Spinners.
know any. I'm sure you know some.
Mighty Love. First of all, one of their absolute top hits. Then you talk about Then Came You with Dionne Warwick.
What about Could It Be I'm Falling in
Yes,
Love?
that's one of them.
I know that song.
Rubber Band Man.
How about this? I'll be working my way back to you.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but see, Angela
I had to look it up.
Right, you look at it. Right, see,
But at least I know them.
right. I mean, I can pull a playlist
One of a
out.
Kind.
I don't know that.
One of a kind.
I feel like
Love
they play that
Affair
in mafia
is-
movies.
Oh, they got. No, I'm talking about they got unbelievable group.
I never noticed.
Ed Levert told me that was one of the toughest groups when they would compete when they be on concert. He said when we had to go head to head, He said the spinners were no joke.
Nice.
All right, listen, that is your Yeezy. We didn't even get to most of it, but we're going to do that. We have Roland Martin here with us, and this next break is all about you, Roland Martin. As our special guest host, we want to talk about Roland Martin Unfiltered.
And Zoom.
We want to talk about White Fair. We want to talk about Zoom. We want to talk
Billy
about the
Ocean.
new show you have coming with D. Barnes. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, but y'all know her because she's always here.
I am.
That's my friend. And Roland Martin is here. He's our really special guest host today.
Yes.
Roland Martin Unfiltered. We thank you so much for taking time to come and sit with us.
Oh,
too,
absolutely.
and guest host the show. And you also helped us come up with a new segment.
Yes.
We can't talk about it yet because I don't want you to steal it.
No. Don't
But we
talk about
started
it
an
yet.
amazing.
Great.
Yes. And it's all reflective of Roland Martin's personality. You're always trying to connect people. And you know, and you know everybody.
I mean, I don't know everybody.
Like, who don't you know that you wish you knew or that you would like to know, that you feel like, all right, at some point?
I've never met James Earl Jones.
Okay.
Absolutely would love to meet James Earl James.
Is there anyone I can call?
I'm trying to think, but
you know everybody. Like I said,
it's I mean, there's a lot of people I can get to.
Is there anybody that you wouldn't interview? Because I've seen you. Oh
hell yeah.
Who would you not interview?
Because I see you.
We've discussed a couple already off air.
On air, Roland. Who would you not interview?
I'll never interview Donald Trump.
Okay.
Never.
Okay, I'm surprised at that because I feel like
no.
But now, why is that?
Because I have absolute disgust and disdain. Straight up, when see, I can't even call him president. So we had the first meeting with TV anchor. So I was invited to 3 of the meetings. I only went to 2. And he walks in, and normally when the president comes in, everybody walks towards the president, to greet him. Well, I fell back. I was like, I ain't trying to meet him. And then he was like, people were going, Mr. President, Mr. President. I was like, I can't call him Mr. President. And I was like, I can't call him Mr. Trump. So when he got to me, he stuck his hand out. I went, hi. That's all I had for him. Hi. That's it. I was like, hi.
Ew, what did he say?
Oh, good to meet you.
Did you shake his little hand or no?
Yes, I was like, but it was, trust me, every fiber of my body was like, why am I here? So yeah, there's some folk I ain't gonna talk to.
Now, what I love about Roland Martin is that he doesn't just talk about it, he is about it, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously you have Roland Martin Unfiltered. For how many years have you been doing that now?
4.5 years.
4.5
September
years.
4th, 2018.
Okay, exceptional show. And then you have your Black Star Network.
Yep.
And so how long?
That's September 4th, 2021.
Okay, and that's because you wanted to put other people on.
Yeah, I didn't want just to be just show. I mean, the whole point was to create a platform for other people, other voices, and build out a Black news and information network. Mm-hmm. And so we've done that. So we've got Deborah Owens, her Wealthy You show, Jackie Hood Martin, her The Balanced Living show, Greg Carr with the Black Table, Faraji Muhammad has a daily show, and then Stephanie Humphrey has a tech entrepreneurship show. It's a weekly as well. And then we are launching, and actually today, it launched, The Frequency with D. Barnes.
Okay.
You are the first. I have not told anybody. I haven't even posted it on social media.
I know. I was like, you didn't even. Okay.
No,
so today, D. Barnes show launches.
Like when I said I'm giving you the exclusive,
right?
I literally meant it. I have not even put the press release out. I haven't posted on my social media.
Oh man,
That's
I
a big
love
deal.
that. Yeah. Listen, I used to watch D. Barnes when I was Pump It Up.
Can you give some context to?
Yeah. So what happened was I never met Dee. So I was following her on social media, and obviously I looked at her background story. Then I looked at the things that she was going through when she talked about being homeless and kind of stuff like that. And I said, I think this could be an interesting show.
Right.
I wanted a daily show hosted by a female, and I said, I think this could be interesting. And she initially, so I reached out to her on social media. We connected. And then she eventually got back to me like 2-3 weeks later, and she said no. And I was kind of like, did she just say no? And so I hit a couple of people, and I'm like, y'all might want to call her. And then when she called me, she's like, well, I'm really focusing on, my documentary and this book I want to do. And I said, well, Dee, let me help you out. You're someone who's trying to swim to that island way on the other side, and I'm in a boat. Why are you trying to swim? And I began to walk her through. I'm like, this is why you should do this.
Wow.
And she was talking about, she told me, I mean, you know, where she was working and she was still trying to find a place to live and was still dealing, there were hard times. I'm like, you really ought to reconsider this.
Right.
And I said, think about it. And then she came back and she was kind of like, okay. And
she probably is really jaded and traumatized from this business.
Oh, no.
Too.
So what happened was my wife does life coaching and stuff. So I set up sessions and we spent the last 9 months building up towards this. And so it'll eventually be a daily. We're going to launch it as a weekly. Then we'll go to 2 or 3 days a week because look, it's not something that you can easily do.
Right.
And then because the 50th anniversary of hip hop is in June, everybody keeps doing these one-offs. We're actually going to spend the next year focused on hip hop, every week having different folks talk about different facets of it, be on her show and others as well. But I just thought it could be a really just interesting show, interesting perspective because of her background, what she's gone through. And like any show, you want to bring that to bear.
Right.
You want that to come out on the air. I just thought it'd be interesting, and so
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to talk to D Barnes. All right, well,
absolutely.
Congratulations for that, Roland Martin.
Appreciate it.
And I love the backstory behind it. 9 months, because sometimes people just throw people out there.
Yeah.
No.
But to actually develop talent like that, and she already had her following. She's already done some iconic interviews.
She has.
She's already a name that, and by the way, been blackballed from this business. But I'm sure, you can search her name, D Barnes, and see about all of that. Now, when we come back, we have Kountry Wayne joining us. Help is on the Way is the book that he has out right now. He has a Netflix special coming. He's on his tour right now, and he's hilarious. And it's Mastery of Comedy on Thursdays. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Roland Martin is here also.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good. How are you? We're enjoying having you up here so much.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
Because we've been watching how BET, Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, Diddy, everybody wants to purchase BET. I don't know what that means. Like, is it the whole BET for sale?
No. Viacom said they're going to maintain a minority ownership.
Okay.
They'll be selling majority though.
And so for people listening out there, because you have your own network.
Yep.
Right.
Black Star Network.
Black Star Network. Can you talk about what that entails as far as like the process it took for you to even start that? Because I know people always think about like, we got to have our own, we got to do our own thing.
And they have no idea what that even means. So for instance, when Black News Channel launched, I advised JC Watts not to launch a linear network.
Right.
So what linear, ABC is a broadcast network, but it's linear. BT is a cable network. That's linear. So that's actual television. I purposely said no, it has to be digital because the cost of launching a linear network is far greater to actually do that. You can actually grow it a lot faster if you're digital. It's much lower cost, and that's why I chose to go the digital route. And so what people have to understand is that television is completely changing. Cord cutting on the cable has just caused massive disruption. You take an ESPN, they used to be in 100+ million homes, and they're now down to 83. That's 17 million fewer people. Do the math. They typically get $4 to $5 per subscriber. So that's 17 million times 5 times 12.
Wow.
That's what they've lost.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, and so same thing. And so you look at why is Viacom looking to sell BET? Well, out of the major media companies, Viacom is the smallest. They're smaller than Netflix, Disney, Comcast, even Warner Discovery. The market cap of Warner Discovery is $35 billion. Market cap of Viacom is only $14-15 billion.
See, that's interesting because people are like, BET's doing really well. I don't understand why.
BET is doing well, but Viacom own CBS, they own Paramount, but it's still relatively small.
Right.
Look, you look at the news today, their stock is down 10% today. Okay, because of the losses on the streaming side. Everybody keeps talking also about the streaming side. Look, Comcast has lost $4 billion on Peacock.
Ooh.
$4 billion. Why is Disney cutting all these jobs?
Yeah, we saw that.
They lost up $1.5 billion because they've had to spend all this money on programming. Well, your expenses are high, but the money you're bringing in is low. They're like, hey, will this thing turn around? The
subscriber's going to turn, yeah.
So same thing for me. I look at the dollar every single day, and that is, we launched September 4th, 2018. We were profitable March 2020.
Okay, that's
we were in the black.
This is
and
a
we're
business.
still in the black.
It's still a business.
And that's the thing, people, they fall in love with the content, but they don't understand the business of the business.
Well, we're going to talk more about that. Thank you so much for breaking that down, because I've been like, that's what we need Roland for.
Yeah,
that's what I
exactly.
tell people, watch Unfiltered, because then you'll learn about everything
Yep.
that's going on. And it also is like digestible. I always say that. All right, well, Country Wayne is about to join us. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Comedy. On Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here. And one of my favorite people, and he for real is one of my favorite people, Country Wayne is here.
What's up? You know, you're my favorite person in the world, so we here.
Now let's talk about this, because help is on the way. Stay up and live your truth. Your book is out now. And by the way, I learned a lot about you from this, because I know you, but I didn't know the story. And it's not like necessarily a comedy book at all.
No.
Right? It's definitely gives a lot of insight into your life, just your childhood that kind of helped form who you are today and your way of thinking. How hard was it for you to actually be able to tell these stories? Because some of them are painful.
Yeah, they painful. You know, it was pretty challenging just for my family, for real, because I know how they was going to feel. I was over the trauma, everything I've been through, but me wanting people to hear this story and see where I really came from, and knowing that to inspire people that anybody can do it, especially coming from that country town and poverty. Poverty is poverty, but when you're in that small town with them poverty mindset, because you could be broke in New York City but still be rich because you got a plan. But, so it was just that overcompensated for the fear of and how hard it was to write the book, because it was hard because my family. Cause I knew they was gonna read it. My daddy read it. Oh my God!
I can imagine.
He was driving 35 miles per hour. He said he thought about running off the road.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So what is your relationship like with your father now?
Oh, we been locked in. We hustled together and everything. But he was like reading the book. He was like, man, I was nothing. I was a deadbeat daddy. I was like, Daddy, it took you to read the book to know that? I'm like, good Lord, you know what I mean? But my family, I knew it was going to be painful for them because, it's a lot of stuff that's unpleasant, but it's my truth.
And him being the father that he was made you the father who you are, in a way.
For sure. You learn off your parents' mistakes.
I mean, he also kind of helped you learn how to be a player, in a way.
Yeah. That was one part of his life. I love women. And I didn't see no problem with having a lot of women, which became a blessing and a curse.
Right. Now, one of your lessons in the book is to live your truth, right? And I think that's important. And that's something that you've always done. Like, you're very clear on the fact that, like, I have, as of now, 10 children, and that's something that I feel like at first it was always a topic of discussion, but we always get a chance to see you taking care of your kids, making sure they're good, putting them in skits and owning that. Because then nobody could really use it against you when you just put it out there like, this is what it is, this is who I am.
Yeah, as long as your truth don't hurt another individual. I always like the women. And to be honest, me living my truth at a young age stopped me from messing up so much later. Because I had 7 kids by the time I was 22, because I was truthful. I like a woman. That was my thing. I ain't care about no drugs, no weed. Well, God gave me a woman.
Is that your vice, women?
It used to be a vice.
Okay.
But now it became my blessing.
Okay.
Right.
It used to be a vice, because I used to, back in high school, if I like you a little bit, I'm going to get it. But now I'm kind of stingy with it.
Okay. You're a little bit more particular?
Look at you.
Oh, yeah, I'm real particular now because I lived my truth.
You came in here, you asked me and Jasmine, right? Our guys intimidated talking to us because we were talking about a deal that we're doing. Right. And just like making business moves. Has a woman ever intimidated you?
Nah, I ain't no woman for to intimidate me. If a woman try to intimidate me, I love that.
He likes a challenge.
Yeah.
I just love, when God created y'all, man, y'all.
What do you love the most about women?
Man, y'all are connected to the nature. Y'all prayers are strong. A woman thought of you can help you grow. You know what I mean? We more distracted than y'all. So just to have a woman on your side, you're going to win every time, for real.
All right, it's Master Your Comedy. And of course, we are talking to one of the masters, Country Wayne. Now, aside from the book, you have a movie out. I actually purchased it on Prime.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Because, I was like, I got to watch this because I already knew it was going to be funny.
Yeah.
So in this movie, and I'm not going to give away too much, but you actually are having sex with a ghost.
Yeah.
And how did you even come up with this idea?
Because they sent me the script, and I was like, all right, this ain't from my mind. So the script was funny, but it was more like, corny funny, right? I say, so I got to make this happen to make it at least relatable to people for be able to watch the whole movie, and that was a different vibe. I say, if I have sex with this ghost, people gonna watch this whole movie.
Oh, okay. So in the beginning, you weren't
No, they had the ghost. My wife was supposed to see the ghost and be funny the whole time. Like, I see a ghost, and I'm supposed to be like, I don't see no ghost. I'm like, bro, they ain't gonna get them. I said, but If I have sex with this ghost, they gonna watch that movie to the end.
It sounds like an ideal situation until it's not. You know what I mean? Because is having sex with a ghost really cheating?
I don't know if y'all was with a man and he had sex with a ghost. Like if you woke up and you just seen him over just moving with just him, but in his mind he had sex with this ghost. Did he cheat? Would you be mad? Probably so. Yeah.
If he was really into the ghost.
Right. If you like, if he not thinking about you at all.
Right. You like, wait a minute.
Because that's like a dream. And like, you've had dreams before.
Oh yeah, I had one on the sofa one time. I like to flip it out. I was off. I couldn't believe it.
That is kind of like sex with a ghost then, because no one was there.
Yeah, but somebody was there. I ain't in my dream.
So tell me about that though, for you to have this movie on Prime and to see how well it did, because I saw everybody was ordering it. And
yeah, that turned me up. I'm so ready to shoot my next movie. My next film I'm filming is That's Her. And just like everything I talk about in the book, everything I was writing when I was writing the book, these things was happening. I never stopped. But that movie situation and what Strange Love did, and that wasn't even from my mind. I didn't expect it to do that much on Amazon Prime. I said it's gonna go to Tubi. I want to go straight to Tubi. Cause I don't care what people say about Tubi. I know where the money at.
I mean, you know, I watched some Tubi movies.
Yeah,
Angela love her some Tubi.
Yeah, but it doing that good on Amazon Prime. I was like, hold up,
wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm about to film my own movie. It's gonna be hard for somebody just to put me in the movie without my money involved.
That's the thing about Kountry Wayne, right? He gonna figure out a way to get to the money, and you've been like that.
Gotta get it.
So your first like business venture, how old were you the first time that you actually did something that made some?
Oh, it's my legal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes,
my first
legal.
Oh, my bad.
Because illegal didn't go so well for
you know,
money.
yeah. So I had that nightclub. I had the spot 2014. It jumped off immediately. I was just open on Saturdays and nights, man. You know, I said I'll hit me like a little $20,000 a month.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's good.
And then I opened up the second one, and that one doing like $40 a month. You know what I'm saying? So I opened that one in 2015. But yeah, them nightclubs was the first thing that I really hit it off on, that I tried legal, that was running, and it thumped immediately.
That's the thing, though. When you can be savvy illegally, that usually translates well to being able to be savvy in a legal way.
If you have the patience to do something legal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the paperwork, but I had all them patience, though. I went and got my paperwork, my liquor license. Man, I was in a small town, so, you know, country. I typed up my first liquor license for the second club. I was in there with the mayor because he couldn't see, because it was a country town. He was typing on the typewriter. I typed up my own liquor license.
You did not.
No, this true story. Oak Park, Georgia. It's a true story, man.
You typed up your own liquor license.
No, I had got approved, but he didn't know how to type it. For the so I was like, I got it.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
All right, Kountry Wayne is here. Make sure y'all pick up his book. Help is on the way, but we have more with him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Of comedy on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Kountry Wayne is in the building. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and Jasmine Brand. And we all know that you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do no type of drugs. And when you really read Help is on the Way, we learn a lot more about what went into those decisions.
For sure.
You know, when it came to, because I did not even realize, you know, your mom passed away when you were 11?
11 years old, yeah.
11 years old.
Yeah.
She seemed like she was an amazing person.
My mom was lit, man. She was one of the ones who was intelligent, but she was turned up. She was just everything to me, you know what I'm saying? And I think everything that I became, she prayed it on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she liked it.
You're the smart one.
She liked the corporate dude, but he couldn't turn up enough. But then she liked the hood dude, but he ain't have his stuff together. So everything she seen a flaw in me, begging to play with somebody. Boy, you better I never in your life beg to play with nobody like that. She'll see this. Boy, you better I never in your life do this like that. Boy, don't you ever put your hand on your sister. I don't care what. So everything, you got to be cool, boy. Comb your hair. Stop like this. I was fighting one time. She said, why you let him get on top of you? Like, this woman really was a woman's prayers is what got me to who I am today. Man, I know, you know, she gave me the game.
The funniest part, she told him, she said, and I think everybody's parents want this, you better have a big.
Oh, yeah, she told me that.
You don't have no choice, though.
I know,
Yeah,
but as a parent, you don't want your child
man,
to
you got to pray that.
Yeah.
Ladies, if your sons, you feel like you see some weakness in your son, stop being like everything going to be okay. No, it ain't. If your son going to have some problems out here, because that ain't God there. If you ain't got no yard, if you ain't blessed, that ain't God. I don't care how good of a heart you got. If you ain't blessed down there, that ain't what's up.
And it feels like even with money, I know last time we did an interview and this went completely viral of you just saying that you take care of all the bills and expenses, you know, for your children's mothers. And that was something that like people really got to realize how important that job is.
Yeah.
You know,
that mama, you know, if a son really pay attention, man, it's hard to be a mama. A man on a mission is a mom. That's what it stands for to me. If you really got kids and you got to take these kids to school, they sick, they going through stuff, they watching social media, they feeling depressed, you got to deal with all that, man, that's a job within itself. I feel like that's a 6-figure salary.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just do it. And as I do it, I realize God keep giving me more. And he don't never let me fall. Even when it get low, it blow back faster than ever. So I keep doing it, man, because I wish my mama had that person in her life, because my life would have been different. I made it through. Help was on the way, but some of that stuff I feel like I wouldn't have went through. It was just sometimes she just needed $300.
Right.
Because sometimes when you can't afford a vacation, you escape through drugs. Because the drug is the cheapest vacations. So me saying those things and really saying that made me realize, well, I'm not going to put my baby mamas in that position.
Right.
Because I'm like, nah, I can't stand them. My baby mamas, all that, but I'm not finna put that. I can't stand them.
Oh, you can't stand none of them?
No, I don't like them.
But you know what? That's hard because for a lot of people, it's like, I can't stand her, and I'm not going to do nothing for her. But it's different when you can say, I can't stand her, but I'm going to make sure you
And they aren't grateful, and I still bless them. These ain't no grateful baby mamas now. My baby mama told me about 3 months ago, she said, I don't even ask you for real money. I be asking you for just $4,000 and stuff. I'm like,
that's real money.
Girl, we came from nothing. Don't remember them dirty shoes now. I remember. So they ungrateful and everything, but you know, but I just bless them.
It seemed like you picked the same. They all act the same. You kind of have the type.
No, man, coming from that small town, most of them girls I dealt with, I talked to in school. So that was what was there, and they, to be honest, they was the top of the area. Wherever game I'm in, I'm getting the best. I'm getting the best of the girls there. So my baby mama, homecoming queens. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
You were 14 when you had your first kid?
I was 17.
Oh, 17. Okay. Oh, 14 when you were trying to...
Oh, since 14, I was going at it. Man, I dealt with so many. I probably dealt with more women from the age of 14 to 22 than I dealt from 22 to 35.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He was going in.
I went in then.
He was outside.
I was outside. God was protecting me, but... Boy, that summer going to 9th grade, good Lord have mercy.
You know, I think about that instance that you talk about where you were in the bathroom and nothing happened, but people thought it did, right? Like people thought...
We didn't go all the way.
You didn't go all the way. But that poor girl probably got dogged for that while you were praised. Because think about the difference, like being a girl and people are like, oh, she was in the bathroom. And then for you, it was like, he's the man.
That's how it is.
I got a reputation after that. Like, it was messed up, blood on the wall, but it wasn't for me.
What, blood on the wall?
I was scratching myself. It was just, I was thrown off because I didn't know what I was doing. And everybody in the high school like, he the man. I'm like, man, I ain't did nothing. She did get treated a little different. She moved to Ohio after that.
Sheesh. Have you ever spoken to her after that? Because that probably was hard, you know? If you think about it, just being a girl, like people
we spoke after that.
Oh.
It was like later on.
How'd that go?
Well, I'm crazy. So she hit me up when we were about 21. I was like, you might well finish because we got in trouble for it.
So did y'all finish?
No, we ain't finished. We cool. She hit me up she hit me up a couple months ago.
She like, I had to move to Ohio because of you.
Right.
Yeah, she came back the next year though, but she hit me up like a couple months ago. She's like, I'm about to get married. I'm like, congratulations. You know, but yeah, we
She
cool
still
though.
look good, yeah?
So honest.
Nah, she
okay.
She was bad. Yeah, she was beautiful.
All right, Country, Wayne is here. Help is on the way. That is his book that's out right now, Stay Up and Live Your Truth. Now, normally coming up next, we would have Ask Yee, but instead, because we love Country Wayne so much, we're going to talk to him some more. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
This is Mastery of Comedy on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Country Wayne is in the building. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me, Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand.
When's the last time you cursed?
Oh, I cursed my kids out.
Oh, you curse just not on stage, not in your material. I thought maybe you don't curse at all.
Nah, I give you at least 9 cuss words a week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to curse all the time, just practicing not cursing on stage. In my comedy, I stopped cursing at home a little bit.
Okay.
So it kind of.
Why was that important for you to not curse in your comedy?
Because I wanted the grandmas and the grandchildren and the mamas and the daughters and the dads and the sons, everybody wanted to be coming to my show. So if Future in town, I can still sell tickets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if Fantasia them in town, I still got the hood coming.
So it was a marketing strategy.
For sure.
Listen, Country Wayne is about his money, okay?
Clearly.
Don't let nobody tell you differently.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes people think that you're really dating the women who are in your skits.
Yeah.
I've seen that, and that is really funny to me. Like, people be asking me. Like I'm supposed to know.
I was looking in the comments at that, yeah.
Yeah. They'll be like, is he really dating her? I'm like, I don't.
Have you ever dated anybody in your skits?
I love them all. I love them all. But what's dating? I ain't never went on no date. I don't go on dates.
You don't go on dates, so you don't take anybody out to eat? No dinners, nothing?
I'm going to give you some vegan food if you want to go. Now, I give you some bread. I done took a girl with me on the road. We did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, didn't do anything?
I took one on the road that we have, but I took one on the road we haven't.
Okay.
I still gave her some money to go shopping or whatever, but it ain't. I just like women energy around me because that's how I get my ideas.
But all right, so that's neither a yes or no.
Yeah, that was a dance around. Yeah.
Hey, I love everyone. Hey, every woman that's in them skits, though, I love them, man.
You know what they really thought? Lisa Ray. People were like, "Oh my God, they're such a cute couple. He's dating Lisa Ray now."
That would be cute.
Hey, I'm getting a relationship soon, though.
You are on purpose.
Yeah, cause my next special, I got to be in a relationship
For content.
Yeah, cause the first special it's gonna be about me being single.
Okay.
The next special, I can't come back talking about the same thing. So I like relationships. Relationships are one of the best things. You know what I'm saying? I just got to get that woman who, you know what I'm saying? Like
for content.
No, I want to love this woman because I'm petty. I want to show every relationship I've been in been good.
Okay.
I never had
until it's not. It's good until it's not.
No, every one of my relationships was good. I know how to love a woman, and I was happy, and she was happy.
So none of it was your fault. It just ended.
I just left.
Oh.
Because when I'm leaving, okay, like, are you finna go with me? Because I don't hit a different mental. And you want to go here, but if you trying to keep me here, I got to go.
All right, it's Mastery of Comedy, and of course, we are talking to one of the masters, Kountry Wayne. Can you be with just one woman?
Yes.
That's what you want?
Yeah. I'm 35 now. Come on now.
Okay.
I want that because I'm so petty. I want to show people
that you can do it.
I know I
can. Oh my God, his pride gonna make him be in a relationship.
Right.
I want to show people what a relationship's supposed to be because I know how to do it. So, to get a woman you could trust and wake up with, and y'all really with each other, and y'all are really partners, don't care what anybody outside of us say about us. I'm with you whether you wrong or right, and you with me, bro. There's nothing better than that now.
And it's good content for the next
session.
It's
good content,
yeah. It's good content. You won't love.
If y'all break up, then that's great.
Oh,
content.
I ain't breaking up. My next girlfriend, we ain't breaking up.
Now, what if your kids don't like her?
So? Yeah, I don't give a damn. I ain't stuck no kid talking about. Yeah, I don't like. I tell them my kids know me. I talk to them real. I don't like who they talk to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stuck when they talking, man. I'm not one of them parents. You're gonna run my life.
You were so funny. You said you're not gonna ruin my life.
Man, if I'm with somebody, I like them.
It feels like you have somebody in mind already.
Nah, I got a couple people in mind. Yeah, and they in the industry. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even know I'm coming to get them.
What if she wants to have kids? You
come
down
on.
for that? Okay.
If you want to sit down, rock that baby while I'm gone, that's up to you. That's her choice. I'm not good at that first baby stage. But I'm getting married, man. I'm have a wedding and everything. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm talking. We gonna cry.
That wedding gonna be lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Kountry Wayne, help is on the way.
Yep.
The book is out right now. Netflix special is on the way.
Yep. Everything
also,
on the way. Everything
Strange
on the way.
Love on Prime. You got a new movie. You said that's her.
That's her is what I'm filming next. I got a lot of stuff coming on. We got a TV show with Lisa Kudrow coming on Apple TV called Time Bandits. You know what I'm saying? So everything popping. And my marriage on the way.
So, oh my gosh, my marriage on the way.
Angela, are you inviting Angela to the wedding?
Angela, she's definitely gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
Again, I know it's gonna be open bar. He not drinking none of it. So.
Yeah, open bar, everything. We lit. I throw the best party too, man. We gotta throw a party.
All right, well there you have it. I cannot wait. Kountry Wayne, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. And don't forget, our stuff is on the way too.
Yeah, and whenever Angela's so busy, we supposed to been had a podcast together, and she'll start it.
I told him, I said, let's go. I'm coming to Atlanta.
Right.
But now he's on the road.
Nah, he
on private jets. I can't keep up.
Girl, stop it.
All right, way up with Angela Yee, Kountry Wayne. And when we come back, we have the last word. That's where you guys get to call in and have the last word on the show every single day. 800-292-5150. You can always leave a message even if we're not on the air. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Ooh, yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. It was a very spirited conversation.
Oh, it's way up in here.
Roland Martin is here. Guest hosting, Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I am making...
she was triggering.
I am triggering Roland Martin.
Woo! I need to woo-saw, meditate, pray, and go to a spa.
Angela, you need to have us back on together
Put
again.
me on the game, coach. All right.
Don't target me.
Now, again.
You are so funny.
Well, thank you to Kountry Wayne for joining us today. And you guys always get the last word, but I cannot wait for you. We're going to have this conversation on the air.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we've had multiple conversations.
No, we definitely have to. The funny thing is that Roland gets so
upset.
No, I would say impassioned.
No, not upset.
Yes.
He doesn't get
impassioned.
mad.
And Jasmine is very like, not doing that.
I'm like, what?
Like, why does it make? I'm like, I know.
You got a vein popping out of his
Are
head.
you serious?
And I'm like, I know it doesn't make sense. That's what's so strange about it, right? He's like, I don't
Makes
get it.
no sense.
All right. Well,
And people listen like, what the hell are they talking about?
I feel like we should give a snippet.
Okay. It makes me look bad. So I don't want to. I don't.
We need to have a.
All right, we use the car one. I made it clear. I don't care what anybody think. If I drive a Toyota Corolla, I don't care what you think. I'll go to a 5-star hotel at the black tie event. Damn what you think. And you talked about a hoopty. You said, hey.
When I take Ubers and Lyft, people are like, you need to step it up because I'll take whatever's cheapest. Jasmine,
I'm like,
but I have a nice car, but Jasmine says she wouldn't have a hoopty.
I wouldn't drive. I can afford.
She said she wouldn't drive it somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive it somewhere. I'll have it but I won't pull up to an event. I would be.
Okay.
I would be
I
there.
would.
All right, we're going to talk about this later. But again, Roland Martin,
They
thank
can
you
go to
so
hell.
much for coming through. And make sure make sure you check out the new D Barnes show that you have coming on the Black Star.
The Frequency with D Barnes.
Yes, it's on now. And you guys have the last word, 800-292-5150.
Hi, everybody. I was calling in for the near-death experience July of 2022, so not even a year ago, while visiting some family out in Mexico. I guess narcos ended up mistakenly thinking my grandfather's house was like a rival gang's house or whatever. And so 12 of my family members almost died in a narco shootout. And, 2 of those members was my husband and my son. That day happened to be the day we were going to do my little sister's quinceañera. So as you can imagine, there was so much family there. Come Saturday morning, 8 a.m., they just started shooting. It was like a whole civil war.
My name is Paul Brown. My near-death experience, I was driving my truck. I drive fuel trucks to gas stations, and I was driving up to South Carolina, North Augusta, and a bullet came through my windshield. About 12 inches over to the left, it would have hit me dead center in my chest. So it was a very well-placed shot, and that's basically my near-death experience.
You tapped in and Way Up with Angela Yee.